20.
No, wait.
Chapter 35, this is Saturday Bhagavatam class, June 22nd, 2024. We're on verse 12 and 13.
Yes, what do we read? You also to your head. Let me know what
We did already 12, 13. Sargon said, remember? Last week.
Yes.
Sargon said.
Yes.
So 14 and 15. Vridat Gopacharneshu Vidagdo. Vino Vadya Uruda Nita Shiksha. Tavasuta Sati Yadadara Bimbe. Tatavi Nuranayat Swarajati. Next verse. Savana Nashas Taravataya Suresha. Shakra Sarva Parameshi Puroga. Kavyanata Kandarachita. Kashmalam Yayura Nishchita Tattva. So who's speaking here?
Gopis.
And they're talking about Vivida means various groups of coward boys, and they're wandering in the forest, Charneshu. Vidagdaveda means expertly, cleverly, artistically playing the flute. Vinavad, vad means sound. Vinavadya. And they're talking to Sutta Sati. Sutta means son of, and Sati means chaste lady, chaste wife, so Sati. So it's another name for Yashoda. You're saying Yashoda, your son's a really cool flute player. And they describe as lives Adara, Uvadarya Suresha. Adara means lives, Brahmachari lives. Date gives his cherry lips to the flute. That's an interesting way of saying it. And then what does he do then? He plays all kinds of swara and jati, harmonious tunes, high and low. Suresha, who is Suresha?
Indra.
Who's Sura? The good guys. Who are the bad guys? Asura. Isha means what?
King.
Suresha means Suresh. Means the king of the good guys. Indra. So he's a great musician. Usually rock stars have a lot of girlfriends. So Indra's a rock star of heaven, so he has a lot of girlfriends. They're called groovies. Groovies, they have t-shirts, they just picture on and stuff. They try to grab a rock star. Suresha, Chakra, Indra, Shiva, Sarva, Brahma, Parmeshi is Brahma. All the learned guys are getting sore necks. Kavya, Ansa, Kandara. They're all bending their heads down in amazement and respect to Krishna's flute. Wow. Becoming bewildered. They can't, Anishita, they can't think how this, they can't think of this tantra. Anishita tantra. See the last word, last two words? Anishtita. Chitta means thinking, means they can't think. Anishtita tantra means they can't think of the truth of this flute. In other words, he's playing the flute in such an amazing way, they can't conceive, wow, this is too wild. It's too crazy flute. It's beyond our mind, beyond our intelligence. The most intelligent people in the universe couldn't figure out the analyze the amazing music of Krishna. That's pretty good. Let's see what other translation is. Okay. Oh, Krishna Govinda. One gopi told Mother Yashoda, my dear mother, Krishna is very expert among all the cowherd boys. He knows the different arts, how to tend the cows, how to play the flute. He composes his own songs. And to sing them, he puts his flute to his mouth. Where Krishna plays the morning and evening, David is like Shiva, Brahma, Indra, Chandra, bow their heads and listen with great attention. It's like when people are listening to kirtan, they close their eyes. Right. He says you use your sense of sleep or pretend that you're relishing the music. It's hard to tell what's going on. So you're tired looking at other people all the time. You want to tune out, you know. You want to go in personal for a while. And all the guys are looking at the girls and you're tired of it. So you close your eyes. Get into the music. Then we're going to mind get into the music. And although the Davids is very expert in music, they can't understand musical arrangements of Krishna's flute. They simply listen attentively and try to understand, but they become bewildered and nothing more. That's it for that guy. I don't know, let's see what kind of twist either wrist. Change up. All the darling stuff, you know. I love this thing goes. This is Gita Press Translation 12 and 13. No, 14 and 15. When placing a flute between his lips, ruddy as ripe bimba fruit, O Yashoda. Your son, an expert in various games played by the Gopas, evolves very original tunes in the domain of flute playing. The chiefs of the gods, led by Indra, Shiva, and Brahma, listen to that music again and again with their neck and mind inclined towards the quarter, for which the sound comes. Their heads are turned towards the sound. He's playing that side of the head and neck inclined towards the direction of the sound. Unable to penetrate its subtleties, instead they fall into confusion. I love it. It's a nice twist on English. Here it is, that's their translation, Anishita Tantra. Oh, Kashvalam. Kashvalam Yayu means they become bewildered. They fall into confusion. Like most of you in the Shadjapa. Are you? Fall into something. Okay. Right. Okay. Share sign, commentary. The gopis say in this verse, it's a great cause for bewilderment. Krishna taught himself all these melodies. He didn't have a music teacher. He didn't hear it from anyone else. High and low pitch. The word upadarya in the verse means that the David says, listen carefully. Although they're expert in music, they didn't understand the arrangements and they became bewildered. Jiva Goswami says, this private assembly of gopis, yet Mother Yashoda now joined them. That's nice. And Vishnu, read Vishnu's commentary. So all the girls are there, the young ones and old ones. Yashoda's also there. Vishnu's commentary.
Late in the afternoon, some gopis presented logical reasons why their beloved, who was supposed to be returning to Braja at this time, had remained absent from their sight for so long. On some pretext, they went to Mother Yashoda's house and mixed with the elders, young girls, and children to talk about Krishna's transcendental qualities, activities, and power. Mother Yashoda listened intently and also related numerous pastimes of her darling son. In order to pacify Yashoda, who was becoming overwhelmed with separation from Krishna, and also to appease their own minds, the gopis told her about the power of Krishna's flute song in this verse. The gopis said, O Yashoda, your son is expert at heading the cows, caring for them and milking them. He holds the flute to his cherry red lips and plays the tones of the harmonic scale in variegated melodies, which were all self-taught. When all the demigods led by Shankara, such as Upendra, Agni, and Yamaraj, and those led by Sharva, such as Katyayani, Skanda, and Ganesha, and those led by Parameshti, such as the four Kumaras and Narada, as well as the best composers of songs, hear that song and taste its sweetness. They bow down their necks and minds, incapable of comprehending the raga and tala. They become completely bewildered by the dulcet, dulcet flute song and lose their ability to understand the real identity of the musical scales. If such illustrious demigods become bewildered, then what can we say of ordinary mortals? In this way, your son bewilders the whole universe.
How does Mother Yashoda feel to hear this?
She is happy.
Wow. Your son,
Proud.
so is pride allowed in the spiritual world?
Yes.
Yes.
Who can you be proud of? You're proud of your Guru Sakhi, you're proud of your Teshwari, proud of Rupa Manjari, proud of Tulsi Manjari, proud of Sampurna Manjari, Vishaka. But what is pride in the material world?
Proud of themselves. Oneself.
What?
Pride of oneself.
Pride of oneself.
One's achievements.
One's achievements.
It's demoniac. Self-pride is asuric, ungodly. So it's not that pride is bad, but who is the object of pride is bad. Like all the things that are bad, described as bad in the Gita, are related to bad in the material sense, but in the spiritual sense they're good. Gita says vitaraga, attachment is bad, but in the spiritual sense attachment is good. Pride is bad, but in the spiritual sense pride is good. So everything has its own opposite application. Jealousy is destructive in the material world, but jealousy is rasa in the spiritual world. Maharaj gets in bond, he gets jealous, anger, or Chandravi and Padma and Shiva. And it acts to increase the happiness, increase the wrath. But jealousy here ends up with murder. Decreases happiness, it decreases your life. Get jealous of some guy chasing your girlfriend, boom. You guys finished, and you get arrested and go to jail for life, you're finished. But jealousy and Radharani jealous of Chandravi, she ends up happier than she was before, and Chandravi ends up happier also. The Krishna gets double happiness. So it's always good. Okay, so it's nice to show us very happy to hear how our son is better than any devata and more better musician than any devata. The gopis are glorifying him. So because public acceptance is a big part of human psychology. No one likes to be rejected. You get rejected, become a black sheep, and kicked out of the family, then you don't feel happy. No shelter, no support, you're not welcome anymore. Come home, your mother says, get out, this is not your house, get out. Oh, you're my mother. I'm not your mother, get out. I mean rejection. So Yashoda is very happy that all of Vrajavasi, pretty young married girls, are really glorifying her son. They're not glorifying Abhimanyu. They're not glorifying Dharmada. They're glorifying Krishna. So she thinks that her son is a really good guy. So that's why she's called Yashoda, because she gives fame to her son. She makes Krishna famous. Yashoda. We have her Yashaswini. That's the name for our Rani. And she's Queen of Fame. Okay, text 16, 17. Any questions on 14, 15?
Is it possible that this verse, where the gopis are addressing Yashoda, is spoken by the gopis like the servants in the palace of Nanda Maharaj? Is possible?
As far as location where they're speaking, I don't think so. It's generally, I understood from previous reports, gopis are gathered in groups here and there around Braj, probably in their own homes. Of course, it could be Dhanishta and Vrindadevi in the underground speaking in front of Yashoda. So it's hard to give a definitive answer. Can't say yes or no. There's no commentary describing.
But I was thinking like about the ras, like maybe some gopis in Vatsalya ras, or all are in Madhurya ras. Like nurse or assistant of Yashoda, like this. I was wondering just.
It says in verse 1, it says gopis. The minds, the commentary says, gopis' minds are run after Krishna. So, and the commentary says, at night they would jump on top of him. So they worried about Sahiran. In the daytime they were remembering him. And they were feeling separation from jumping on top of him. So they started singing about him. So it's pretty clear. And the demigoddesses became lusty to enjoy Krishna, and the Rajas did also. It's all about Madhurati. There's no about Sairati here.
Thank you.
And they're all talking about his beauty and flute playing. Okay. So they're in front of your shows, so they're not getting too into it. They're just telling how Krishna is appreciated by all of us in Vrindavan, in Gokul, we all love him. We appreciate his flute playing. Now I asked all the devatas up there like it also. Let's see what they get on to now. So now Yashoda's not there, but they start saying we're getting agitated. So text 16, 17, Yashoda's not there. Dija Padoja Daler Traja Vajra. Niraja Kusha Vichitra Lalame. Prajabuva Samayan Kuratodam. Vashmadurya Gatira Edita Venu. Prajatina Vayam Savilasa. Vikshan Arpita Mano Bhava Vega
Vishanarpita Manobhava Vega
Kushakatim Gamita Navidama
Jagatim Gamita Navidama
Kashmalena Kavaram Vasanamba.
Kashmalena Kavaram Vasanamba.
So this verse, Gopis are describing his feet, his flute, the way he walks, and he glances at them, they become agitated by Cupid, and their clothes start falling off. Krishna, he's got some magic eyes, you know. Imagine just look at a girl, her clothes start falling off. Pretty good power. So, read the translation.
As Krishna strolls through Vraja with his lotus petal-like feet marking the ground with the distinctive emblems of flag, thunderbolt, lotus, and elephant goat, he relieves the distress the ground feels from the cow's hooves. As he plays his renowned flute, his body moves with the grace of an elephant. Thus we gopis, who become agitated by Cupid, when Krishna playfully glances at us, stand as still as trees, unaware that our hair and garments are slackening.
I take some water. Or some change, weather change. Okay, here we go. The commentaries of Jiva Goswami and other acharyas state that the gopis spoke these verses at different places at different times. This is because the gopis are always absorbed in thoughts of Krishna in the day and night. Let's see what Prabhupada's translation. My dear Seki, When Krishna returns home with the cows, the footprints of the soles of his feet relieve the pain the earth feels when the cows traverse it. Krishna walks in his stride, which is so attractive as he carries the flute. Just by looking at him, we become lusty to enjoy his company. It's pretty straightforward. At that time, our movement cease. We become like trees and stand perfectly still. We even forget what we look like. That's a nice way of saying our clothes fall off. We forget what we look like. I forgot my clothes. I thought I wore a red dress. I don't see any dress now. Where did my dress go? Okay. Oh, this pretty fired up. Gita has a nice translation. Ready? He said, when playing on his flute, Krishna walks with the gait of an elephant, the foremost of all creatures in point of bulk, soothing the pain of the soil grudge caused by the hoofs of the cattle. The cows, treading on it by the soles of his own tender feet, resembling the petals of a lotus, and bearing the marks, the unique marks of a flag, thunderbolt, etc. In whom our fire of love is kindled by his amorous glances. And are reduced to the state of trees by the sight of Krishna's graceful movements. We're no longer conscious of our hair braids or even our dress due to infatuation. So we're going infatuated by Krishna's extraordinary beauty. Hair braids are going undone. Yugala. Dangerous situation. We are seeing that she also. Okay, here we go. Verse 16, 17. Yugala. Now the gopis are assembling in private, which is required because of the confidential pastimes they want to talk about. Even though they spend 9 hours in separation from Krishna, talking about him. Krishna still had not come. So gopis were feeling very anxious. They went out to search for him. On the pretext of collecting flowers and so forth. The idea of this verse is like this. O intimate Sakhis, so much for all these different descriptions of the bewilderment of others. Just hear how we ourselves are most definitely bewildered. For gopis are feeling extremely bewildered when they spoke these two verses, which we begin with the word Nija. Nija means our own, means me. The word Nija expresses the exceptional nature and the beauty of Krishna in each and every part of his body. Okay, Vishnu is coming.
In these verses, the gopis are no longer in the company of Mother Yashoda, so they freely describe their confidential conjugal attraction to Sri Krishna. The gopis said, "The soft touch of Krishna's lotus petal feet, marked with the conch, flag and gold, pacifies Mother Earth from the pain she feels from the hooves of the cows returning to Raja in the late afternoon. As Krishna walks by with the gait of a maddened elephant, he agitates our hearts with lust by his playful glances, and thus we become stunned and immobilized like the trees. In our bewilderment, we fail to notice that the garlands in our hair and our garments are slipping off. On one hand, Krishna removes the distress of the earth, but for us, the beautiful broad gopis of Raja, he agitates our minds by glancing at us with his beautiful lotus eyes. Such is our misfortune."
Imagine spending 9 hours talking about Krishna. Nine hours non-stop talking about Krishna. Like sometimes on Ekadasi, we take a vow, I'm just going to read Shastra all day. And all day. And how do you feel at the end of Ekadasi? You feel blissful. You feel like this is real life. How you can talk. And then the next day comes, you have to wash your clothes, go shopping, clean the house, wash the pots and pans, go to work. It's like we're on the peak of ecstasy, and we fall down to the valley of hard work. That's life. So this is a nice verse. Gopis were describing the Anubhavas that are experiencing the hairs becoming loose and the garments are becoming loose because of romantic feelings. They're called Anubhavas, following the bomb of their heart. Okay, let's read 18:19. Maidara Kvachit Agananyanga
Manidara Kvachit Aganayanga
Maya Daita Gandha Tulasya
Malaya Daita Gandha Tulasya
Pranayana Nucharasi Kadamshe
Pranayino Nucharasya Kadamse
Prakshipan Bhujam Agayata Yatra
Rakshivan Bhujamagayata Yatra
Panitarino Babaji Chita, Shanam on Vasata Krishna Grindya,
Krishnam Manvasata Krishna Gridya
Gunagana Gananam Anagatya Harino,
Gunaganam Anugatya Harinyo
Govika Eva Vimukta Grihasa.
Gopika Iva Mukta Grihasa.
So this talks about Krishna chanting Java. He's counting number of cows, keeping track of his cows. There's a string with beads on it. He keeps track of the cows. What's the translation?
Now Krishna is standing somewhere counting his cows on a string of gems. He wears a garland of tulsi flowers that bear the fragrance of his beloved, and he has thrown his arm over the shoulder of an affectionate cowherd boyfriend. As Krishna plays his flute and sings, the music attracts the black deer's wives who approach that ocean of transcendental qualities and sit down beside him. Just like as cowherd girls, they have given up all hope for happiness in family life.
Says, second line, Maya Dayata Ganda Tulsi. What's Dayata mean?
Love.
So a garland given by my lover. So there's a flower mall, but it's become fragrant because it's Tulsi added to it. Ganda Tulsi. Ganda means fragrance. And it's a flower mall mixed with the fragrance of Tulsi flowers. And he's playing his flute. What's chitta mean?
Heart.
What happens to the heart? Got stolen. So the female deer have approached Krishna, giving up their husbands. Good idea. He says, Govika Vimukta Griha, Asha. What's Asha mean?
Hope.
They gave up their house, their family, hoping to attain Krishna. It's a good idea. Your house is in Italy, your house in Russia, your house is in South India. You gave it up and came to the side of Krishna. Where is Krishna? Krishna's in Vrindavan. Everyone sitting here has given up their house and family to come sit near Krishna. Upasana. It's called Upasana. Krishna Upasana means, Upasana means worship. That means to sit near. Upasana. So you can't worship someone unless you sit near them. You do Manasi Seva, of course. But still, Manasi Seva means person sitting in your mind. So what's better Seva? Manasi Seva or outside Seva? Manasi Seva. And outside Seva there's some distance. The inside is person sitting in your mind. So the deer have come and sat next to Krishna. The Gopikas appreciate how they vimukta, they completely gave up their husbands and homes to come be near Krishna. So that's desirable, and that's worshipable, that's what's mentioned here. So that's what Sukadeva Goswami is teaching. What is this called? The implied meaning, Vyanjana Vritti. What is the implied meaning? What is Sukadeva trying to say here by describing this Leela? He's trying to say we should give up our houses and homes and attach to our family and move to sit next to Krishna, worship Krishna, in Vrindavan or anywhere. Veda Vachana Chitta, our consciousness should get stolen by the vibration from Krishna. Veda Vachana Chitta means my consciousness is stolen by the sound that Krishna makes. Krishna makes sound with his Veda, his Vashi, his belly, and his mouth. Sri Bhagavanu Vacha. He speaks in Bhagavatam and in Gita. Sri Bhagavanu Vacha. So if we hear Krishna's words, our consciousness will get stolen. Get stolen from Kriya. Kriya Vimukta. We get completely liberated from attachment to family and home by hearing Krishna's words in Gita and Bhagavatam. So that's why he says, read Gita every day, read Bhagavatam every day. Because this is Veda, this is Krishna's Veda Vachana Chitta. That's what Sukadeva Goswami is saying in verse number 18 of chapter 35 of Yugala Gita, 10th Canto. Hear Krishna's food, hear Krishna's Gita, hear Krishna's teachings in Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam and other places, and we become free from this material world. You ready to commentary?
Yes. I read translation.
Read the commentary.
In this verse, the gopis describe the bewilderment of the deer in the forest upon hearing Krishna's flute, which is similar to the bewilderment they experience while remaining in the village. For each of the 4 colors of cows, white, red, black and yellow, there are 25 subdivisions, making a total of 100 colors. Such qualities as being colored like sandalwood pulp, tilka, or having a head shape like mridanga, drum, create 8 further groups. To count these 108 groups of cows, distinguished by color and form, Krishna uses a string of 108 jewel beads. Thus, when Krishna calls out, "Hey, Bhavali," a whole group of white cows comes forward. And when he calls Hamsi, Chandani, Ganga, Mukta, and so on, the 24 other groups of white cows come. The reddish cows are called Aruni, Kumkuma, and Saraswati. The blackish ones, Shyamala, Bhumala, and Yamuna, and yellowish ones, Pita, Pingala, and Haritalika. Those in the group with tilaka marks are on their foreheads are called Chitrita, Chitratilaka, Dirgatilaka, and Tiryak Tilaka. And there are other groups known as Mridanga-mukhi, Simha-mukhi, and so on. The gopis said, thus being called by their names, the cows come forward, and in this way Krishna would not forget even one of them. He also wears a tulasi garland bearing the fragrance of his beloved. Leaning on the shoulder of the friend, Krishna plays his flute, and that sound steals the hearts of the female black deer and brings them near him, the ocean of all transcendental qualities. These deer have given up their hopes for family life just like as cowherd girls.
idea. So read the last sentence again.
The gopi said, thus being called by their names, the cows come forward, and in this way Krishna would not forget even one of them. He also wears a tulsi garland, bearing the fragrance of his beloved. Leaning on the shoulder of a friend, Krishna plays his flute, and that sound steals the hearts of the female black deer and brings them near him, the ocean of all transcendental qualities. These deer have given up their hopes for family life, just like as cowherd girls.
To be a cowherd girl, give up your hopes for family life. Okay, 20 and 21. Twenty-two, 23, 24, 25. Kunda Dava Krija Kota Gavesho, Goa Goda Labrito Yamanayam, Nanasunor Anage Tavavatso, Namata Pranayana Vijara, Mandavayor Ubavat Yanakulam, Maria Malia Jasvarshena, Vadinastava Upadeva Ganaye, Vadya Gita Balibi Parivaru Varu. So you showed us back at the scene here. They stood outside privately for a while. Got real intimate, real confidential. And they stepped back inside and got more official. So, translation.
O sinless Yashoda, your darling child, the son of Maharaj Nanda, has festively enhanced his attire with a jasmine garland, and he is now playing along the Yamuna in the company of the cows and cowherd boys, amusing his dear companions. The gentle breeze honors him with its soothing fragrance of sandalwood, while the various Upadevas standing on all sides like panegyrists offer their music. Panegyrists offer their music, singing, and gifts of tribute.
Okay. It's a welcoming party. Welcoming Krishna. Welcome home. Okay, kids. My dear mother, when your son returns home, Krishna decorates himself with bunch of kunda flowers. Just to enlighten and gladden his friends, he blows his flute. The breeze blowing from the south cleans the atmosphere because of the kunda flower. Because the breeze is fragrant and cool. Devatas like Gandharvas and Siddhas take advantage of this atmosphere over prayers to Krishna by sounding their horns and drums. Krishna is very kind to the Vrishvasis. When he returns with his cows and friends, he is remembered as lifter of Gaurang Hill. Take advantage of this opportunity. Rama and Shiva go down to offer prayers and walk with the cowboys, glorifying the qualities of Krishna. nice party. Let's see what Gita translation. Sorry, it's fun to read. When having gaily decorated himself with garlands of jasmine and surrounded by cowboys and cows, your darling Krishna sports on the back of the Yamuna, giving delight to his loving companions. A gentle breeze fans Krishna agreeably, welcoming him. By its cool and fragrant touch like that of sandalwood paste. The host of devatas, Gandharvas and others who play the role of the Panashiras, we with their instrumental and vocal music offering various kinds of offerings of various kinds, thereby delay Krishna's return of Braj. In other words, Yashoda is anxious because Krishna is taking his time coming back to Braj. And Yashoda wants to know why. So go easy explaining why. So all these crazy guys are slowing him down. The four-headed guy, the big swan, and some guy a big bull, and some guy a big elephant with six noses, six tusks, six tusks, and three noses. And these guys are all on the side of the road blocking his path. While offering shower of fads and prayers, it's delaying his return. Oh, those guys, I heard about those guys. These are Brahma and Shiva. They're coming down to read my son, yeah. Wow, he's a big guy. Okay, what's Krishna's commentary?
When the gopis assembled at Mother Yashoda's house in the afternoon, they saw that she was disturbed over Krishna's late return. So they pacified Yashoda by telling her the reason for Krishna's delay in this verse. The gopis said, after bathing in the Yamuna to relieve his fatigue, Krishna sat down on her bank and dressed in a festive way to please his cowherd boyfriends, who were eagerly waiting to meet him. A gentle breeze blew to refresh Krishna as he played in the water with his foot. To engladden his friends, Krishna told jokes and listened to theirs. O sinless Yashoda, you never committed any sins previously or in this life, by which danger could come to your son. Why do you, who are endowed with the most spotless fame, uselessly worry about danger from demons if Krishna is a little late? He is the son of Nanda, who is famous as the crushed jewel of all pious men, and he is your darling son. We see that children fall into danger only when the parents have bad karma. Therefore, no danger can befall your son. Listen, as we tell you the reason for Krishna's being late, as we had heard it from his friends. The wind, which has acquired its fine fragrance and coolness by touching the sandalwood trees growing on the Malaya hill, is blowing very pleasantly to honor your son. The Upadevas, like the Gandharvas, have surrounded Krishna and are worshipping him by playing musical instruments and praising his qualities. In order to acknowledge them, Krishna is delaying a bit according to the logic that those of quality delight is in seeing persons with good qualities. Therefore, there is no need to worry about your son. Actually, it is your great fortune that the Upadevas are honoring your son in this manner.
Jiva Goswami says, Yashoda is anxious because Krishna is late. All mothers are anxious when their kids go home late from school. he's late for plane. So he shows anxious. So go he's trying to explain why he's late. What time of year is this happening, this verse?
Summer.
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 What's some of other verses? But this verse is Kartik.
Gentle breeze.
Because the words Kunda and Manda, let me see here. Kunda and Manda. First word of verse 20 is Kunda.
Yes.
And Manda is the fifth line. So Jiva Goswami explains these two words refer to Kartik because Kunda flowers only appear in Kartik time. And the wind becomes Manda during the wind is harsh, which is Manda. That's Kartik. Pretty cool, huh? Those guys are too smart, these guys. These waste on purpose. Okay, what time is it?
4.4.
Water. Okay, it takes 22 and 23. Vatsa Vajagavam Yadagadra Dro
Vatsalo Rajagavam Yadagadro
Vanjamana Charna Pati Vidai
Vandyamana Charana Pativriddhai
Krishna Godanam Upaya Dinante
Krishna Vodanam Upoyatinante
Gita Venurana Aragedita Kirti
Gita Venurarungedita Kirti
Utsavan Shrama Vrishabhi Trishinam
Utsavam Shramarjapi Krishinam
Vinayan Kurajastrita Shak
Unnayan Kurarajaschuritasra
Ditsayati Srirasi Shayesha
Ditsayati Sukradasi Sayesha
Devi Jatara Var Udaraja
Devaki Jatara Uduraja
Translation.
Out of great affection for the cows of Vraja, Krishna became the lifter of Govardhana hill. At the end of the day, having rounded up all his own cows, he places song on his flute while exalted demigods standing along the path worship his lotus feet, and the cowhead boys accompanying him chant his glories. His garland is powdered by the dust raised by the cow's hooves, and his beauty enhanced by his fatigue creates an ecstatic festival for everyone's eyes. Eager to fulfill his friend's desires, Krishna is the moon arisen from the womb of Mother Yashoda.
Says in the commentary, the gopis climb to the Chandra Shalika. What's the Chandra Shalika?
Is the tower.
Tower watchtower.
Lookout tower
Yeah, look out.
on the roof. So you can in, see why Krishna, they're so eager. You want to see Krishna as soon as possible when you return home. Yashoda ordered the tallest of the gopis to climb the tower to see when he arrived. So Sekhi Shiromani
Yeah.
was sent, or was a Chutagovi. Chutagovi. Yashoda sent Chutagovi to the top of the watchtower because he's 7 feet tall. There's a picture of Chutagovi sitting next to Govika. Govika is 4 feet tall, 4 feet 9 inches. Right up to here. And the other 7 feet tall. They're pretty different size. So, the tallest gopi be sent to the Chandrashalika watchtower to look out for Krishna's arrival. But Krishna was delayed. Why was Krishna delayed?
To enhance the sweetness.
No, why was he being delayed?
Because he is being stopped by Devatas.
No, because he was with Radharani.
In between some.
What's the answer?
He is with Radharani somewhere in between.
That's not what I'm meditation got. That's what you be doing. Yeah, they count all the cows, and the dangers are worse for you. You gave a lot of good reasons, but it's all wrong. You think you hit the bushes and run around. What kind of students are you guys? You're one track mind. I'm trying to tell you one thing, you're thinking another thing. I'm trying to tell you about Davidsons and cows and deer coming here. Good thing you hit the bushes and run around. Okay. So, what was that? That was 20.
22 and 23.
2:23. Nothing special. Let's see about this. To fulfill the desire of his near dear ones, Krishna comes with the cows and all Vrishvasis. His feet are being worshipped on the way by Brahma. His glories are being sung by cowboys. His crown is covered by dust raised by the hoofs of the cows. Okay, let's see what Jiva Goswami says in the Canto and Source. Here we go, Jaya. Krishna.
Seeing that my son who is so eager to play has not come back at the end of the twilight, I will now kill myself. Fearing such a response from Mother Yashoda, the gopis tried to console her by giving reasons why Krishna will come quickly in this verse. The gopis said, Krishna is affectionately remembering how the bulls and the calves tied up in Vraja are suffering in separation from him. So he will quickly come back, even at the risk of neglecting the Gandharvas and other demigods. One cannot say that for a cowherd boy like Krishna, the expert singing of such extremely insignificant singers as these Gandharvas is more attractive than seeing the cows, feeding them grass, touching them and scratching their necks. Krishna showed how much affection he has for his cows by lifting Govardhan hill just to protect them. Though the Gandharvas may have heaps of good qualities, Krishna have not even a trace of affection for them. Mother Yashoda replied, if that is so, then by this time Krishna should have returned home. Replying to that objection, the gopis present yet another reason for Krishna's delay. Brahma, Shiva, Indra and other chief demigods are now offering their respects to your son while standing along the path. Attracted by the sound of Krishna's flute, the demigods come from their own abodes and remain all day in the sky watching Krishna in great bliss. When Krishna returns home to Vraja in the evening, the demigods also return to their celestial abodes, but not before descending to earth to worship the lotus feet of your son in order to obtain his mercy. What can Krishna do in this circumstance? Krishna's extended delay is caused by his taking time to bless the demigods. Why don't you see your own great fortune that the feet of your son are being honored even by Brahma, Shiva and other chief demigods? Therefore, why are you so distressed? In a tearful, choking voice, Yashoda said, O dear young girls of Vraja, please run to the watchtowers and tell me how far away my son is. On Yashoda's order, the tallest of the beautiful young gopis climbed up the watchtower to see when Krishna would arrive. She said, Krishna is now coming home to fulfill the desire of his well-wishers. The sweet sound of his flute, he has collected all the cows in one place. The fatigue of cows herding has brilliantly enhanced Krishna's beautiful form. His garland is sprinkled with the dust raised by the cows' hooves. Indeed, seeing Krishna in this way creates a festival of ecstasy for the eyes of the entire world. Beyond the perception of Yashoda, the gopis hints here that Krishna is casting love-filled sidelong glances toward his intimate girlfriends. Though dust is mentioned in relation to Krishna's garland, there was no dust anywhere else on his body because his friends repeatedly wiped off the dust with their own chadars. There was some dust on Krishna's garland, however, because the boys were afraid of breaking the petals, so they did not remove the dust completely. Krishna did not discard his garland even though it had become dirty, and neither did he put on a new garland which a servant kept ready in the fold of his cloak. This indicates that Krishna wanted very much to exhibit this favorite garland hanging from his neck because it was fashioned by his beloved Radhika with her own hands and given to him in the forest by one of her Sakis. The word Devaki in the phrase Devaki Jatara refers to Yashoda. Krishna appeared like the moon rising from the milk ocean of Yashoda's womb. In Radha Krishna Gaunodesha Deepika, Srila Rupa Goswami cites the Adi Purana, which states that Nanda Maharaja's wife had two names, Devaki and Yashoda.
There you go. Okay. Now 24 and 25. Madhavi Gauri Delochana Ishat. Madan Sasuridam Vanamali. Vadarapandu Vadanamridu Gandam. Madhyan Kanaka Kundala Lakshya. Yerupatir Dhirada Rajaviharo. Yoni Patir Vaishatinante. Yerupatir Dhirada Rajaviharo. Yamini Patir Vaishatinante. Murita Vaksha Upayati Durantam. Mokshayan Rajagavam Dinatapam. Translation.
As Krishna respectfully greets his well-wishing friends, his eyes roll slightly as if from intoxication. He wears a flower garland, and the beauty of his soft cheeks is accentuated by the brilliance of his golden earrings and whiteness of his face, which has the color of badara berry. With his cheerful face resembling the moon, lord of the night, the lord of the Yadus moves with the grace of a regal elephant. Thus he returns in the evening, delivering the cows of Braja from the heat of the day.
Right. When Krishna returns in the evening, it appears that he's fatigued, but still he tries to gladden the inhabitants of Braj by his auspicious presence. When Krishna returns, garlanded with flowers, his face looks beautiful. He walks into Madan with a stride like an elephant and slowly enters his home. Upon Krishna's return, men, women, and cows in Madan really forget the scorching heat of the day. Such descriptions of Krishna's traditional pastimes activities are remembered by the gopis during his absence from Vrindavan. They give us some idea of Krishna's attraction. Everyone, everything is attracted to Krishna. This is a perfect description of Krishna's attraction. The example of the gopis is very instructive to people who are trying to remain absorbed in Krishna consciousness. We can easily associate with Krishna by remembering his transcendental pastime. Everyone has a tendency to love someone. Krishna should be the object of love is the central point of Krishna consciousness. By constantly chanting Hare Krishna mantra and remembering Krishna's leelas, we can be fully Krishna conscious and make the life sublime and fruitful. So chant Krishna and meditate on leela and be happy. Nice purport. Let's see the first translation. With Krishna's eyes somewhat rolling through intoxication, and his face turned pale like a ripening plum, lighting up his soft cheeks and the splendor of his gold earrings. Yadada's Krishna, adorned with a garland of flowers, wears a cheerful countenance, bestows honor on his near and dear ones. He's coming back to Braj like the moonshine. He walks like the king of elephants, relieving the endless agony of separation of the gopis. Okay. Let's visualize commentary.
In this verse, the gopis say, "Please hear the reason why even now, as Krishna reaches the outskirts of the town, he is little delayed. Krishna's eyes are rolling about the intoxication due to the bliss of seeing his father and other loved ones, or due to the love generated from seeing his beloved gopis. The first meaning is for those in the mood of parental affection, Vatsalya Rasa, and the second meaning is for those in the mood of conjugal love, Madhurya Rasa. This will be understood from the latter description. The gopis said, to his own well-wishers, Swasuhrudam, such as his family priests, maternal grandparents, brothers, servants, and betel nut bearers, who are each greeting Krishna and giving benedictions according to his position. Krishna shows only slight respect by nodding his head, since, though a prince, he is still young and not obliged to strictly follow the etiquette according to scriptural rules. This is another reason for his delay. The phrase Swasuhrudam can also refer to Krishna's beloved girlfriends, who have climbed up the watchtowers to worship him with the blue lotuses of their smiling sidelong glances. Unseen by others, Krishna honored the gopis with sidelong glances, signifying that he would soon fulfill their desires. Krishna's face was slightly flushed like a ripe badri fruit, due to thirst, hunger, and fatigue from wandering in the forest. Or Krishna's face was flushed due to experiencing prolonged separation from his dear gopis. This is an anubhava, a symptom of ecstasy. His tender cheeks were illuminated with the effulgence of his trembling golden earrings. Krishna is addressed as the Lord of the Yadus, which here means Lord of the cowherdmen. Previously in chapter 5 verse 20 it was explained that the cowherds are Yadavas. Krishna walked slowly like the king of the elephants. The word Gavam refers to cows or senses. Thus as Krishna, his face blossoming with joy, came closer, he relieved the inhabitants of Vrindavan from the distress their eyes and other senses felt in separation from him during the day.
Okay. Thank you. 6:26. Sri Sugovacha,
Sri Shuka Uvacha,
Evam Rajasya Rajan,
Evam Rajasriyo Rajan,
Krishna Lila Aragatyati,
Krishna Leela Gayati,
Vamire
Primire
Hasu Tachitas,
Emire Sushrutas Chittas,
Tamanaska Mahodaya.
Tanmanaska Mahodaya.
Sri Sri Goswami said, O King Parikshit, during the daytime, the Braj Gopis took pleasure singing about Krishna Lila. These ladies' minds and hearts were absorbed in Krishna, were filled with great festivity. So the point of this verse is by observing a mind and heart of Krishna Lila, you'll experience a great festival. Touch chitta, the third line, touch chitta, the heart, manasa, heart and mind absorbed in Krishna Lila become a great festival, Ma Udaya. So that's the idea. Always read hear about Krishna Lila. By observing your mind and heart in Krishna Lila, you'll experience a great festival. So that's what the whole chapter is all about. Yogi is experiencing a great festival bliss. Let's see what the translation out here. Oh, friction! The gopis of Braj, whose intellect and mind were absorbed in Krishna, were full of great rejoicing. Playfully spent their time, even during the day, celebrating in songs the pastimes of Krishna. Read that, right? Krishna concept.
My dear King Parikshit, the gopis' minds were absorbed in Krishna and Krishna's mind was absorbed in them. Therefore, since Krishna and his beloved gopis shared both roles of being the object and the subject of love, they concentrated their minds on each other. Thus, because they continually relished each other at every moment, both in separation and meeting, through their minds, it is said in this verse that the gopis enjoyed the separation during the day. Prema has two states, union and separation. Though the person absorbed in Krishna appears to be suffering when he is separated from Krishna, actually he is internally relishing the highest state of bliss. On the spiritual platform, the so-called pain of separation is simply a different variety of transcendental ecstasy. Thus, pure love of God is the crown jewel of all goals of human endeavor.
Can't disagree. Pure love of God,
It's the crown jewel of all human endeavor.
crown jewel of all human endeavors. Ki Jai. So now we conclude Yoga Gita, another chapter about separation and remembering Krishna's separation. So the gopis are living on the same planet, in the same village with Krishna, and they're experiencing separation. So we're living on the same planet, in the same village with Krishna, but we're separated 24 hours a day. That's the difference. So separation is our bhajan. Separation is our life. The gopis separated for 9 hours maximum. Then they have union with Krishna. We're separated for 90 years. 90 lifetimes. And someday, like the gopis separated for 9 hours, they finally met Krishna. So we're separated for 9 lifetimes. And we finally will meet Krishna Vrindavan. That's the bottom line. The Yoga Gita Ki Jai. So next Saturday, 29th of June, we'll start Grammar Gita. Song of the Bumblebee. Jai Jai Shri